Limited were Jair, Kenny Clark, Elton Jenkins, Tucker Kraft, Josh Myers, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks, and Kobe Wooden. Did not participate was Devontae Wyatt.
Is Wyatt making much progress? Not
Yeah,
asking about this particular game, but is he kind of progressing for you?
Yeah, he's doing a nice job. He's getting better.
Was it a good sign for Dontavian in a padded practice? Is that a big deal for a receiver to do that?
You know what? I thought you said a Packer practice.
It was that too, wasn't it?
It was a Packer padded practice. Yeah, it was good.
Is that a big deal for a receiver to do that, or not so much?
No, I think anytime that you go out at the game, and whether it's padded, unpadded, it really doesn't matter. They're out there in a limited basis. Then I think it's good progress.
Did McManus kick today?
Did not.
He didn't have a helmet.
No, he didn't kick.
Okay.
We don't, because we never kick on Thursdays.
So will we get a chance to kick inside the stadium more than likely?
If he, I don't know what their plan is, to be honest with you, but I care about the kickers a lot, but I don't know what their plan is, if they're planning on doing some of that tomorrow or not, but he will be kicking tomorrow.
That was DeMeco Ryans on the team when you were coaching.
He sure was.
What, first, does that make you feel old?
A little bit. Yeah.
What do you remember about him as a player?
Well, he was a phenomenal player, phenomenal leader, captain. It's not a shock to me that he's become a head coach in this league. I mean, he was an extension of the coaching staff on the field, just great energy every day, super consistent, a guy that was so reliable. You know, we all admired him as coaches, you know, just that's who you want your players to be like. And so it's not a surprise to me that when he decided to become a coach, that he would be great at it. And it's not, you know, I'm happy for him. Just hope we can hand him an L on Sunday.
You said your offense creates chaos pre-snap. Is that the design of all those motions and stuff? Is it the creation?
Who said that?
Ryans yesterday to the guys down there.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you can create some confusion, there's, you know, especially I would say in this role, sitting in more with defensive coaches than when you're just solely on the offensive side of the ball. All the discussions that go on in terms of how everybody sees the motion. Is it a fast motion? Is it a normal motion? And how it can manipulate rules. So that is kind of by design, I would say, and I think a lot of teams are doing that.
On the flip side of that, you know, Hafley talks a lot about the illusion of complexity and keeping things simple. So guys, is that the way you try to counteract that kind of stuff from a philosophical standpoint? Is, hey, let's not make these guys do too much reacting and changing based on what they see? Is that how that works or not really?
I mean, that's the nature of defense, right? You have to react. But yeah, you don't want to overload them where there's so many rules, where there's so much thinking going on out there. So you want to get good at what you do and, you know, have enough variance, I would say, within your system to be able to, you know, offset some of the tendencies or whatever it may be, just to give the offense a different look to kind of keep you off balance a little bit.
Overall, have you seen that be a good thing for your guys through 6 games? Do you think that's been a benefit to them?
Yeah, I think Half's done it, and our defensive staff have done a great job, and it's also a credit to our players to be able to take what they're coaching and apply it to the game.
Obviously, a lot of talk about Houston's offense is Stroud, but what does Mixon bring to the offense?
He's still playing at an elite level. You know, you could see a difference last week when he's back in action. He's a guy that, you know, we haven't gone up against too many times. I know a couple years ago we played him in Cincinnati. He's a really physical runner. I mean, he can do. There's nothing he can't do. He's a load. He's a threat in the passing game. He's a great pass protector. I just think he's a complete back, a guy that we've always kind of admired from afar, just watching how he runs. But he definitely made a difference last week. I mean, he had a couple explosion runs. There was one in the passing game as well. So he is, I think their offense takes on a different complexion when he's in the game.
Have you thought about taking or limiting Jaden Reed's punt returns, especially after what happened on Sunday where he hurt his ankle? Is there any thought to, taking him off that?
No.
You're not worried about him getting hurt?
No. But, I don't want to give you the whole game plan. So maybe, maybe not. How about that? Because we have a couple returners, right, that we can put back there that we feel confident in. So we'll see. We'll see how he's feeling. But it has nothing to do with the worry about him getting hurt.
He logged a lot of miles during a particular game. Do you worry about him being fatigued or anything?
He communicates pretty well with us, and I think we're mindful of just how much he's running. Yes, we're definitely aware of that, and you have to be, because when he's in the game for us offensively, I think our offense is a little bit different, especially when he's such a threat, whether it's in the passing game or we're handing a ball off to him. I mean, shoot, we've been lining him up in the backfield, so we're definitely better with him in the game.
Matt, you said the other, and I don't want to misquote you, but it was kind of along the lines of a quarterback when he's going through his growth, it's about kind of testing the limits a little bit and seeing different things that he can do. Do you remember talking along those lines?
I don't know, I talk too much.
I'm wondering how important that is for a quarterback's development. Like, it feels like Jordan is maybe taking a few more chances, not always taking the check down. It feels like that's part of growing into the guy that you guys think he can become.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of lessons along the way, both positive and some mistakes that you make. So, but we're going to continue to coach the quarterback like we always have, just playing with great fundamentals, reading with your feet, and also taking what the defense has given you.
Along those lines, how do you coach those shot plays? He's got 2 touchdowns, or a touchdown, 1 near touchdown, and then the pick against Minnesota.
Are you saying cover 0?
Basically.
Yeah, hopefully we don't put him in that position. Hopefully we have a play dialed up where we have protection or something for him to get to so he doesn't have to do that. I don't want him to have to retreat 15 yards and throw a prayer up into the air, and one was great and one was not great. So, I do think that's something that you're starting to see more of throughout or around the league, is people are not afraid to dial up these 0 blitzes. We always have things within our system to potentially get to that you have to practice. But sometimes, whether you're running short on the shot clock or whatever it may be, you get caught in those positions. But ideally, we're not trying to put them in those positions.
With Wyatt and Wooden banged up, could Jonathan Ford help you out if need? Maybe he's been here for 3 years. I don't think he's ever actually played in a game. Is he ready if needed?
Yeah, absolutely. He would absolutely be ready to roll.
I mean, this is like 7th practice, I think, it's been for him.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job. He looks like he's coming along well.
Matt, does any of the stuff that Carl Brooks has done for you come as a surprise, or did you kind of see that this was coming, you just needed more opportunities?
Well, I think he showed a lot of good things last year. He made some plays and he played a lot of ball for us. I don't know what the exact number of snaps is, but he definitely logged a significant number of snaps a year ago. So, he tends, like most young players, especially at that position, I think the more you play, the better you get, and he's done a really nice job.